I'm thinking about all the parents today who may be, and maybe parents of teenagers who may be listening to this or watching this, and they say, and they're wrestling with exactly how to best help a son or a daughter, or someone that they have in a youth group at church or that they're a leader of. Are there key things you can look at when you look back and say, yeah, that's something that helped me avoid some of the pitfalls that can reach out and grab a teenager or a young adult? Is there anything that comes to mind specifically, whether it happened at home, at church, friends, grandparents, that you think, yeah, that really did help me? I escaped those major pitfalls.
I think part of it, you know, parents always lay the foundation, and our parents were great models, great examples on both sides. And the teachings are a lot more modeled than verbalized, I think. In other words, they're just doing the right thing, and they stand for the right thing. Fortunately, the time in which we grew up, the society at large was more likely to support moral behavior than it is now, which makes it a lot more difficult for young people now. But I still think that we had to make some choices about things that we would or wouldn't do. I had a bishop who was wonderful and influential when I was in those, you know, critical teen years, and he was very good to sit down with each one of us individually and really talk about those moral decisions that you need to make, and really reinforcing the fact that we needed to be strong and that it was worth it. And that really helped. And I think that's the message to young people today is you may feel like you walk alone, but it's worth it. Look at the people that have made the right kinds of choices, especially where moral things are involved, and see where that leads, see what kinds of lives they have and the happiness they enjoy and the peace. And it's worth it. Sometimes it's tough in the moment, but it pays off big dividends later on.
Isn't it true?
I would want to re-emphasize two things she's mentioned that I feel are very critical. One is the example, especially the example of adults in a person's life, in a young person's life. We ought not to discount the power that good example can provide. And just in moments when you are alone, you think back and you remember, they were strong, I can be strong. And the other was, she mentioned the individual attention of a bishop or anyone. I think we, as I said earlier, all can look back and see mentors and parents and people of influence and friends in our lives. But the one-on-one, the individual attention to help somebody, to talk with them, to let them voice their feelings and to listen and tell them how they can do the right thing and what is the right thing and why it's the right thing and what comes out of that. Those moments, really simple and informal as they may be, carry a power that lasts all life long.
The power of example. The power of repeated example.
And of individual attention. Being a mentor, being a friend, being a parent.